What is what special challenges does Hurts present when you're going against the quarterback? Not only that does what he does, but does it as well as he does it.
Well, where I come from, we call those that's a moto, master of the obvious. You did see some of that stuff on Twitter, didn't you, where he's spinning the ball back behind his back and doing stuff. I think the best thing he does, is that he's a smart football player. I mean, he throws the ball well, he runs the ball, he runs it as good as any running back. Has been like that since he was at Alabama. Probably was like that in high school. But they've got a very complicated offense. Lots and lots and lots and lots of different formations and motions and shifts, and I'm not saying more than the group last week, but comparable. And yeah, he's able to manipulate that offense. So I mean, I can't sit there and tell you that I've seen anything that I think we can take advantage of. So.
Is it surprising that he was able to pick up that complicated an offense
No,
after the Alabama?
No, sir. Not considering his pedigree growing up. No, sir.
I know Hurts and the receivers get a lot of the hype, but they've got some pretty good running backs too, in Sermon and Brooks. What have you seen out of these guys?
Yeah, I saw they averaged 9-point-something yards per carry is what I saw. And then you watch the film, and sometimes you can get stats. Well, you can kind of skew them how you want them to and such. But I was hoping that when you watch film, that's not the case. So anyway, it's going to be a great challenge for our guys. We're going to have to tackle better than we've ever tackled. Our angles are going to have to change because they will change angles on you extremely rapidly, and we're going to have to try to see if we can sneak 12 or 13 guys out there. I don't know if we'll get away with it. I thought about that, and I don't think we can get away with that. So we're just trying to finish up the game plan. We still got to do third downs and stuff, but we're just trying to get wrapped up, and so we'll make sure we put our guys in the best positions we can.
You're going against a really good offense with a bunch of FRs running around out there. How do you nurture them? How do you go about that?
Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be parents, and if that was mine, I've got a FR parent at home. So, I mean, I am an FR parent. I got an FR at home that's going to school, and I understand how he thinks and responds, and so it's easy for me.
Have you ever been in a situation before where you played this many? No.
I don't know. I tend to remember things I want to remember, and I'm sure I've forgotten a lot of things I want to forget. So, there's every situation's different, and we're here that's why we're here, and we're going to we've been entrusted to do the best we can with these guys, and the bigger picture is they're our guys, and they're someone's children, and they're our children, and we got to do the best we can with these guys, and motivate them and encourage them and love them and make them do right and do all those things. And beyond all that, there's this football game. And I thought about this the other night. They don't give ribbons for participation if you're a coach. Coaches don't have participation trophies. It's you win or you lose, and at the end of the year, it's how many W's and how many L's. They don't care how many freshmen you got or how many of this or how many of that. Nobody really cares. So, we're going to do the best that we can, obviously, but there's no best you can. Do the best you can. You either do or you don't. So it doesn't matter. We're going to do our job, and we're going to love on our guys, and we're going to try to have the best practice we can today. Because tomorrow's got its own issues, and we'll worry about today.
I think wasn't it Al McGuire that said the best thing about a freshman is they become a sophomore?
Yeah, I do know who Al McGuire is. I used an analogy in our staff meeting today. And I thought there was one other person in the whole room that knew what I was talking about. So, but I do know who Al McGuire is. So,
in a perfect world, how does the team defend CD Lamb?
how does team what?
CD Lamb, what's
Whew. You know what? That is going to be an issue for NFL teams probably after this year or whenever he's eligible to go out. So he's a really good player, and I don't know that anybody's got a handle. I know his Texas guys didn't have a handle for it, and I don't think anybody's had a handle for that. So it hasn't been anything that I've seen done on film. So we'll just, we'll see.
If you finally get a couple of bandits working and now Cowan's gone, so you're right back to square one at the bandit.
We're all right. We'll we were making a lot of mistakes there, and we were trying to run some things that we didn't run right, and we got to get that corrected. And we're flopping on the ground, and we had opportunities, and we had a 3rd and 14. We got off the field, and we got a penalty. We'll move some guys around and shuffle some guys around. It won't be as good as we really want, but you never know. Maybe somebody will come to the forefront and be a good player there.
who are your top candidates to do that?
Well, that's double secret. And I would like to say I got a call into DeMarcus Ware, and we got extra year out of him, or Whitney Merciless, or somebody like that. Whitney's kind of busy right now. DeMarcus isn't busy, but anyway, we're gonna use the guys we got and try to put them in positions to make plays.
Hey Vic, Josh Norwood, your free safety, is probably more modern than, I don't know, the guy would have been at that position 10 years ago. Not as big or as tall or as long.
At Bandit?
Yeah, no, at free safety.
Oh, well, Josh has been playing free safety.
Is that kind of where you think this position is going, more of a coverage guy who can fly around?
Well, I think in this conference, there's not a doubt. Now, I think you'd like to be better than 5'9", 170 pounds, but Josh brings a lot more to the plate than that. He's extremely physical. And I'm joking about, I don't know exactly how much he weighs, but sometimes I look at him and go, "Did you eat today?" He throws his body around like you'd like to have all 11 guys do. If all 11 of our guys played the game, now I didn't talk about practice and I didn't talk about all the rest of the stuff that goes with it. If everybody played the game like Josh, then we would be way better.
Behind Josh, Kerry Martin's playing a good bit.
15 snaps, I think he's averaging about that.
What are you seeing out of him as far as development goes? I know he has his good plays and his bad plays.
He didn't do as well as he would like on the goal line, or that one drive that they went down and scored on that we got him off the field, that they got they got the penalty on. I think he would tell you he needs to tackle better. He stops his feet, and when you stop your feet, your head goes down, obviously, and all the bad stuff with that. He's a freshman. He's no different than Ty Key, except he just was here through spring practice. I think he challenges himself to be better. He is as good a young man as there is, and he's the kind of guy that you want to have on your team as far as a guy to coach and stuff. So he's awesome. Love him to death, and I just got to keep trying to find ways to get him better.
You talk about with Josh how he throws his body around if everybody plays like that.
Yeah, and he's got a few flybys. I don't know what it's going to be in the new Top Gun movie, but the old one where Maverick requesting a flyby. Yeah, he's got a few flybys in there.
Have you ever sat down and asked him what makes him tick, and so that you could possibly try to?
I don't think Sigmund Freud would have a chance on that one. That would be a good conversation between him and Sigmund Freud. I'd like to listen to that. Josh is unique. We were talking about something in the game plan, and he compared it to something that I was the only one in the whole building that had figured out what I was thinking, which is a scary thought. But nobody else had kind of come to the realization that why we were doing something, and I was the only one that I hadn't even told anybody. And he figured it out. I think if he can get his degree and finish this thing up, I think he's got a chance to be a pretty good coach someday. And he'll get paid back tenfold for all the pain that he's created as a player on little stuff and day-to-day stuff. He gets out to practice now. He's interested in the coach, but he'll get paid back tenfold when he gets to start coaching, because he'll have a bunch of guys that'll challenge him too. So he needs to do that. I think he would be a really good coach someday.
Your red zone defense, what do you have to tighten up there, particularly against
100% of it all. Yeah, well, we're struggling to play man. We struggle to play zone. There's not really much anything else. We're having to cover so many holes. It's like the little Dutch boy that goes up to the dike, and he's got his leaking. He puts a finger in, and there's another leak. Then there's another leak. There's another leak. So we're going to continue to try to plug the leaks till we can find something. About 2 years ago, we led the nation in red zone defense, and so I don't think it's so much what we're doing. It's just we're just not doing it good enough.
Offenses say it's hard to pass or do stuff down there because you're so constricted.
But the passes are a lot shorter and faster.
You don't have as much time for something to develop.
Unless you play things right. And Kerry got the interference penalty trying to get underneath the receiver. Obviously, the week before against Texas, we did not get underneath the receivers. So we practice that almost every day. So we just got to continue to get better.